how America came dead last in boxing. Let's talk about it. Okay, this video is about how America became dead last in boxing. At one point in time, America was the mecca of boxing. We were revered all around the world for our athletes and what we do inside the ring. Hell, boxing is what it is today because of American fighters. Okay? Now, given recently the whole Teofimo Lopez and Vassily Lomachenko fight, as you know, some people feel, I guess, offended if you don't choose or side with a Vassily Lomachenko. People are feeling offended. They feel wronged. They feel like this. They feel like that, you know? And I just want to remind people, this is why we are in the current situation we are in America. What do you mean? Because in case you forgot, Teofimo Lopez is an American fighter. That's right. He's American. I'm voting and I am siding and I am supporting my countrymen. Something that I am supposed to do. And in case some of you didn't know, Lomachenko is a foreigner. I say that to say I'm supposed to cheer for Teofimo Lopez. I'm supposed to want him to win. Now, I know what you're thinking. Well, that's slick talk coming from somebody who supports Anthony Joshua. Well, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I do not get a chance very often to get behind my American fighter. Just because I give people props for what they do, that's because the man in me will not allow myself to deny their talent or what they have done because we don't share the same flag, we don't share the same country, we don't have the same skin complexion, and I don't do that. You know, not at all. So when I get an opportunity to give somebody props, I will give you props, whether you're American or not. Everybody knows that by now. I'm going to give you your shit. All right. But let's look at the people that I favor. You guys know I like Anthony Joshua. You guys know I like Inoue. You guys know I like Alexander Usyk. You guys know I like Josh Taylor. Now, what is one thing that you noticed there? You guys know I like Dylan White. Hell, you guys know I like Tyson Fury. But what is one thing that you noticed there? They're all from the UK. Finally, I get a chance to stand behind my American fighter. And it's a problem. Yes, it is a problem. So all those people talking shit, remind them, Teofimo Lopez is your American fighter. We are supposed to support this guy. But yet, you're somehow criminalized for picking Teofimo Lopez. Now, ain't that something? This is why boxing in America ain't shit. Now, I want to put something else on your mind. Keep in mind, I stay in a country where Americans don't like to see stuff like this. You don't like to see athletes or football players taking a knee because they'll tell you in a heartbeat, it's disrespectful to the American flag. You're disrespecting me and my family because my sisters, cousins, uncle, great niece, nephew served in the war, blah, blah, blah. Come on, you heard this story. And it's all about the American flag. Don't disrespect the American flag. Stand for the anthem. Show respect. Right? Notice, none of that patriotism carries over into boxing. So hold the fuck on. You cuss these athletes out and you burn their jerseys for taking a knee against violence against their youth, but I'm going to digress on that. But you said it's disrespectful. Stand for the anthem. Put your hand over your heart, the whole nine. Okay, why don't y'all keep that same energy when it comes to boxing? There's no patriotism in boxing whatsoever. None. You guys always opt for the foreigner. Don't believe me? Floyd Mayweather versus Ricky Hatton. Who did you guys side with? Ricky Hatton. Deontay Wilder versus Tyson Fury. Who the America side with? Tyson Fury. Andre Ward versus Kovalev. Who do America want to win? Kovalev. On and on. Teofimo Lopez versus Vassily Lomachenko. Who Americans want to win? Vassily Lomachenko. It's always the foreigner. It's always the foreigner. And this is the fucked up thing. This is why HBO ass went under. I'm going to leave a link in the description box for those you may have missed this video. Okay? It's called Deeper Than Boxing. Okay? I'm going to leave the link in the video. That video is a perfect follow-up to what I'm saying. So right after you watch this, go ahead and watch the Deeper Than Boxing video. Okay? Go ahead and watch it. And then you'll understand more how accurate I really was back when I made that video. But once again, Teofimo Lopez is American. Vassily Lomachenko is the foreigner. So why are y'all cussing everybody out and get mad at everybody? Because number one, they don't favor Vassily Lomachenko and they pick Teofimo Lopez. That makes them a hater? No, how about I just call you Americans anti-American? Because anytime you get a chance to cheer for a foreigner, you do it. Now, don't get me wrong. If the foreigner is good, I recognize skill. I think Uz is the shit. I think Joshua is the shit. I think Dylan White is the shit. So, I ain't saying hate on them or deny them their props. But the whole point is, you always, this is the American boxing fan, you always opt for the foreigner. And I say that because, look at this. Last time I checked, correct me if I'm wrong, is boxing scene an American organization? Is ESPN an American organization? Look at all the commentators. Look, everybody wants this dude to win. All right? And you're all American. I have no problem with who you want to win. But this is where the problem comes in. The problem comes in is when you get somebody like me who wants to support his countrymen. Why is supporting Teofimo Lopez a fucking problem? That's what I want to know. Because I picked Teofimo Lopez, that don't mean death to the white man. All right? Stop that bullshit. Because I picked Teofimo Lopez, that don't mean I think Vassily Lomachenko's a bum. It doesn't mean any of that. I have the right to pick who I want to pick. And most importantly, I'm supporting American. So yeah, in this fight, I'm supporting American. Yes, I'm riding with Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? I'm riding with all. If Teofimo Lopez said he want to do this for all the Latinos around the world, I'm riding with them. And hell, I don't know why the fuck BK ain't standing up. You know, but I'm for my American fighter. That's just how it is at the end of the day. But this is why UK has overrun. Because you want to know one thing that the UK has? Camaraderie. They are loyal to their athletes, even to a default. You want to know why? They don't give a fuck what color you are. If you represent their flag and country, they back you up and they don't give a fuck. America, let's be honest, you don't support boxing and you don't support boxers because your boxers are too brown and too black for you to get behind. Say it what you want, but if you don't believe me, go look at all these American outlets. Why is everybody licking Lomachenko's ass? When is American going to support American? And once again, I'm going to bring this video up again. This is exactly how HBO ass went under. They tried to cater towards the foreigner and say, fuck the American fighter. Okay? And Floyd taught their ass a lesson. HBO went under in boxing because of racism. It was a stupid ass move, but Floyd Mayweather pulled their whole card on it and crippled their ass to the point they have nothing to do with boxing anymore. They could have been, but they kept wanting to support the foreigner. You know, and put down basically the man who was carrying the fucking sport. This is the problem with fucking America. So in case you forgot, in case you want to get mad or whatever, I'm supporting America. Especially since people say, Bruce, you hate American fighters. You this, that. Okay. Can I get behind my American fighter? Now that is the problem. This is why the UK is over us. Because they look at their athletes as being British and British alone. America will adopt a foreigner simply because he's white. If their champion is black and the foreigner is white, they go with skin color. They don't go with flag. UK goes with flag. America goes with skin color. Tyson Fury noticed. That's why he knew he could come over here in America and overthrow Wilder. You think he didn't know that? Everybody knows America's weakness. All you have to do is feed into their racial lower nature and you got them. That's exactly what it did. Tyson Fury knew he could come over here and do this. Okay, he knew he could come over here and do this. Floyd gets booed in his hometown. All right? Deontay Wilder gets booed in his hometown. You know, all these American athletes get booed in their hometown. Errol Spence talked about it, and it's not a lie. And don't get it twisted. Canelo Alvarez is not above this happened to him either. Matter of fact, I'm going to do a video just for y'all because I know it's going to be some people that's going to deny it. America turned their back on Canelo Alvarez for Triple G. I will never forget that. Okay? I will never forget that. And I promise you, I will make a video proving my exact point. America turned on Canelo for Triple G. As you can see, whenever they can fill that slot with the person of the right complexion, they're always going to opt for that. They only deal with you because there's nobody to replace you. That's the only reason why they deal with you. You know what I'm saying? They'll use a stand-in till they can get. They'll use Manny Pacquiao until they can get to Lomachenko. They'll tell you Manny Pacquiao's the best thing since sliced bread. Nobody's better than him. Until a Vassily Lomachenko come along. Then they forget all the shit that they said about Pacquiao. And we all know Vassily Lomachenko is not a better fighter than Pacquiao. But that's going to be for my next video. But in the meantime, this is why America is always behind. This is why UK is ahead. Because they support their fighter no matter what. Especially when it's against America. You know what I'm saying? They might dislike their fighter. But as soon as they find out their fighter is fighting American, they're going to be pro that fighter. That's how it is. America, we don't have that. We act like we want to trip over this and trip over that. So don't get it twisted. At the end of the day, when they be yelling at the football players, they don't give a fuck about that flag. They don't. They just don't like you having pride and standing up for yourself and wanting to do anything for yourself that's positive. That's America. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much the world for the most part, but I don't live around the world. I live in America. But when it comes to that flag shit, they don't give a fuck if you disrespect that flag or fucking not. It's about you having pride. It's not about the flag. Because if it's about the flag, it would carry over in the sport of boxing. And it's the man's man sport. It's the most macho motherfucking sport out there. So how could you not want to represent America? It's bullshit. How come all the American outlets are always riding with the foreigners and always against the Americans? This is why we lost our position, and this is why UK is on top. And if you ask me, the shit needs to stay there. Bruce Vane, I'm out.